Another very impressive day here for NRGV, and it did reach actually pretty nice targets to the upside, like a 233 top. By the way, we did speak of similar targets to that just on your prior analysis threads, and it looked like we already had kind of a plan for a 231 to a 229 in the price action here, guys. So now, what are we expecting for the coming days? Are we expecting a potential pullback? Are we expecting massive upside? Well, maybe a pullback. I don't know. Let's go ahead and find out in this episode here. But before we get started, please do me a favor, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, do everything necessary to get this thing to live long, thrive, and survive. My name is Arca. I'm actually coming at you here at 10:06 p.m. Pacific time, September 3rd, Wednesday, and this is actually looking a little interesting here, guys. I know that it kind of pulled back pretty strongly here, right, towards that middle of the day. But I got to tell you this. This is something that's called an equal move, and it does explain why we had a nice closure here into the after hours. So that closure actually, well, I mean, this is the equal move here, guys. This is what I want to show you, right? So the bottom side from this area, right, to all the way to the top side of that zone up there, we are marking off the 50% right in here. Right, so very much in the zone that we've already been kind of hovering in. And also, just to kind of mention this, we did explain, or we did kind of put out in yesterday's analysis that entry conditions could likely be here, and also the resistances of not only 229 to 231, but we also spoke of a resistance here at 227 to 228, and this would essentially retrace price action from around this point back down to the areas of which we loaded in from the beginning, right? So we spoke about this in yesterday's analysis, so thank goodness we were able to explain this, right? All right, so do we have that upside continuation? Well, we do have some nice signals here on your immediate short term, but there is, I gotta admit that there is a little bit of a threatening formation on this, and it's even if it's on the smaller time frame, it does show a little bit of a pullback, but we have to observe the probabilities for that too, guys. I have to tell you about these scammers, man. Please do not, if you do join the Discord trading team, you are probably going to get approached right away, like by DM, an Arca imposter. Okay, definitely know that it's not me. I'm not friending you first, right? I'm not sending you a message first. I will never ever send you a message first or friend you first. Okay, guys, I just can't do it. There's too much going on for me to be able to answer to everyone like that, guys. Okay, I cannot do that. I physically can. Okay, so just also down in the comments below, make sure not to fall for any of those. This is my phone number, right? Give me your cryptocurrencies. Have you ever heard of our cool mirror trades, guys? That's why I put in my Discord that I do not mirror trade whatsoever. Okay, guys, I absolutely do not mirror trade. Okay, guys, don't fall for that. I'm telling you, do not fall for that. Okay, guys, so in the last announcement here, guys, is actually this right over here. Please remember that the prices for the trading team are definitely going to go up to for the new people, right? It's going to go up to $59.99, $59.99, and you do have an opportunity to pay a one-time fee, and we only have 30 people to claim it. Okay, so definitely people have been taking on this, so I want you to make sure to take advantage of that. The link will be in the description below. Okay, guys, so let's go ahead and continue our analysis here for ticker symbol NRGV. Okay, the threatening thing that I wanted to talk to you about, number one, is that, you know, certainly we are building here, or we did build head and shoulders. Okay, so you know, the head and shoulders is a pretty popular formation, and it does show some bearish activity, right? It does have I gotta admit that it does have merit. Okay, guys, so should we respect the time frame that it's maybe trading in, right? It could very well be any of these, right? So in fact, let's just go ahead and do it here in the 20-minute time frame. So 20-minute time frame, we're going to draw that regression from the leg bottoms, right? So right about like this, that could introduce you, that can introduce your shoulder here, your head on top, right, and also your shoulder here. So let's go ahead and take into consideration the price objective, the price objective here on this formation, and this is kind of like how you do it, right? Take it from the top of the head all the way to the lowest point where the neckline is, that one that we drew there. Put it at the center of the right hand shoulder, which could really, or I mean, arguably be there. right around here. So the downside on this is quite literally telling us 187 should be that we get some crazy massive pullback. The only reactive move that I can see something like this happen, which by the way is actually showing the potentials of a 50% retrace like this, right? So if we kind of not pay attention to this box here and draw a larger box within our zone here, then you're going to actually see that, sure, you know what, it looks like we're getting pretty damn close towards the 50% distribution level. So, that very much could be an equal move this, right, an equal move that. So, it could be. But what opposes this is located in the immediate short, right? So in the hourly time frame, the closing basis on this was really powerful, and it favors the bulls completely, right, guys? So this is your candle structure here, right? So we created a downside here, right? So we're on a downside, and then we printed, not only this hammer candle, inverted hammer, but we also made in that process a bullish engulfing on a downward, right? So on a downtrend here, while you make this bullish engulfing, that usually suggests upside continuation. So now this forces me to want to take a look at volatility and momentum. So why don't we go ahead and do that from the immediate short term and see what, right? So let's go ahead and go into maybe your 5-minute time frame. Okay, let me see how this cascades, right? So you still have upside continuation even into the 10-minute, 15-minute, 20-minute time frame, 30. Let's see, the hourly time frame still, hourly time frame, bi-hourly time frame, 3 hours, still getting close here in your 6-hour time frame. All right, yeah, so this downside pivot would suggest that we have around 6 hours of upside, right? The downside pivot, it would be the inverse. So this would give us around 13 cents to the upside, which actually tells us that we would be moving towards the upside on this into the $2. And I guess we are going to do that here, team. Damn. So 242, could it actually be? I mean that would be outstanding. Or 238. So if we get that 238 in line here, bro, let's go. So 238 would actually be above our day high. So this we're gonna put it right here, right, just about there. And that's kind of what it's suggesting here for price action in the more immediate short term. And I got to say that we do have some hard targets on this, right? Some of which we have to, unfortunately, we do have to kind of respect, right? So that would be right about there, 229. And it feels like just another short-term area for take profit, right? 229 to around 222. And man, so downside would start from right around these tops here, and that downside would last for 6, 8. Well, yeah, dang. Okay, 12-hour time frame downside, daily. Let's see, by daily, 3-day time frame, almost there. Oh my goodness, almost there. Okay, so man, so that would actually be. I can't even use this. It's a month of downside on this. I can't use it. Maybe I can use the bi-weekly, I guess. So the bi-weekly would actually give us around a 46-cent downside, which would be at about, let's see. Man, if we kind of moved up into the areas of 229, that is, right? So that would, just roughly around 230. So that would give us, that would literally give us around 190, 186, something like that. So if that, guys, if that really is actually what's trying to happen, there are a lot of things to invalidate that potential though. Okay. So yeah, for example, all this at 197, it's literally where it's, the math is saying that we can go. Remember, it doesn't mean that we are going to go. It's just saying that that it's suggesting through mathematics that could be a low for us to experience. And you know what? That could be part of the 4-day close as that is coming in for tomorrow afternoon. And it looks like oh my goodness, it looks like we're already decompressed into its 50%. And that would be the 4-day bar. So the 4-day bar has a 50% of where? Let's go ahead and find out now. That's going to be roughly at about 208. And we already have entries starting at around that 210. Interesting indeed. Okay, so yeah, this could literally just be the decompression of the 4-day time frame, which can happen 4 hours prior to the intraday close. Okay, so roughly around there. So that would, oh my goodness, that would be one. So yeah, that would roughly start about, man. So, it would be roughly between 9 and 10 Pacific. So literally at the lunch hour, the 8-hour close. So anywhere between 12 and 1 p.m. Eastern time, this can start actually retracing or giving us that further push to, for whatever reason, and then we can continue towards the upside. But yeah, the closing of the 4-day bar is going to be very bullish here, guys. It's still looking okay. Of course, it's really cooked, but it's looking good. All right, team. So yeah, let's wait up for this asset. Let's see what it can do, as I do see some potential distribution here for a little bit. All right, guys, and then we shall continue on our merry way. All right, guys. So should you have any questions, please reach out to me at arcabulls@gmail.com, and we shall speak very, very scary Jerry later soon. All right, team. Adios, and adios. Please take whatever I do show and iterate within these videos as just a form of entertainment, as it cannot suggest for you to buy, sell, or hold any assets whatsoever. Ever. I need you to do your own due diligence, and everything will be cool. But with that said, team, I wish you well, a very, very good rest of your night and or day, and I will catch you at the bell mañana. Adios, team. Oh yeah.